And what's the emotional coaching you can give to the audience around failure so that it becomes fuel instead of fire? I always say with my math curriculum, like failure is not the end of the journey. It's just part of journey. It's part of life. Failure is part of life. But how do you train kids that it's fuel? It's a feedback loop, as Raul, my guest from a couple weeks ago, would say. It's a feedback loop. It's part of the journey. How do you teach them that?
So, two phases to it. The first one is, as a parent, you have to let them fail. And that is the hardest step for the adult. Is when you see the failure coming, you can't swoop in and deflect it. You
Even if you see it as clear as day.
you have to let that failure come. And then when the failure has come, you have to kind of put on your therapist hat a little bit. And you have to say, "Hey, I can see that this didn't go the way you wanted it to. I can tell you're disappointed. What do you think your next steps are going to be? What do you want to try? How are you feeling about this idea? What do you see going better? What did you love about this? How did it work? What were the things you want to tweak?" And you just start asking lots of questions. And through that coaching, you're showing them, because kids don't learn by being told, they learn by doing it and being shown. That's why we have monkey see, monkey do, because they need you to show them how to do it.
Yeah.
You're showing them that that wasn't the end of the road, but it was a step towards the next thing. So by asking them questions, you're keeping their problem solving hat on. And by allowing them to answer with their real thoughts, you're allowing them that persistence and that growth and that grit. And you're also allowed to ask them what went great? What do you want to see change? It's just like if you do an after actions review. What was good? What was bad? What do we want to do better next time? Every business is the same thing. What was good? What was bad? What are we doing better next time? How can we fix it? What can we address? How can we prevent it from going that way next time? And then when your kid says, "You know what? I don't want to run this business anymore. I don't want to do it anymore." I have two things that a kid has to do before they're allowed to quit. One of them is they have to do one more show anyway. Hey, I know
Ooh.
this is rough. We're going to do it one more time and see how it goes. And two, they have to be able to articulate to me why they don't want to do it. They can't just say, "I don't want to do it." They have to be able to explain to me why they don't want to do it. "I don't want to do it because I'm not interested in this product anymore." Cool. Do you want to try a different product? "I don't want to do it anymore because I'm disappointed that I failed." Great. How can we recover from that? "I don't want to do it anymore because it's boring." Fabulous. What can you do to make it a little bit more interactive? I need to know what it is that's keeping you from wanting to do this so that I can help you get through it. And then once they can articulate why they don't want to do it, then you and them can put on a problem solving hat together and figure out if that is a step on their journey or the end of their journey. And because it doesn't, like, they don't have to be an 8-year-old entrepreneur and they're chained to this business for the rest of their lives. They can absolutely change their business again when they're 8.5 and when they're 9 and when they're 10 and when they're 12. They can change it as much as they want. When Melody started Melody Paints at 4.5 years old, she did not know what she wanted to do with the rest of her life. She knew what she wanted to do that day. And
Yeah.
last summer, she rebranded to Melody Creates because she wanted to be able to do more than just paint.
Brilliant. And isn't that the way we want to live as well as adults? We don't want to be locked in. And the most probably unhappy people in the world are people who feel chained to what they're doing, lack of agency and lack of freedom. And so you're, again, building foundational skills in these kids that will blossom throughout their whole life.